Hello and welcome. I'm Wayne Belisle. This week's Profit Maximizer Moment. Uh, so let's try that again. Can't talk. I'm Wayne Belisle with this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This week we'll be talking about creating an avatar for your best customers. So, why is that important? Well, let's talk about it. A customer avatar is simply a detailed profile of your targeted customer. Creating them allows you to do some things. Okay, one, market to a particular niche where you become the go-to company to solve their problem. Create a targeted marketing message that appeals to a specific prospect rather than the general public. It will increase your sales conversion rate because your marketing message appeals directly to the prospect. All right. It attracts only the right customers and stop wasting time on the wrong prospects that won't be attracted to your message. That way, you spend less advertising on your marketing that doesn't work. It also helps your employees because now you're teaching them if this type of person comes in, this is what they're likely to want to buy, and this is how you talk to them. Now, I've had customers tell me, clients tell me that they didn't need one because their product is for everyone. I always tell them, analyze your customers. Without fail, they discover there's a core of customers who spend more, spend more, come back more often, upgrade to a higher level of products or services, don't barter about your prices, generate most of your profits, are fun to work with, and give you great feedback and reviews. And best of all, they refer their friends. Yes, you can sell to everybody, but the other customers that are not your best customers you sell to buy only once from you, don't appreciate you, make you uncomfortable to work with, argue over price, demand exorbitant amounts of your time, belittle your staff, and contribute very little to your bottom line. So, which one do you want? Do you want the good customers or those customers that don't appreciate you? So to do this, create avatars that allow you to focus all your time on the right people. You will be a minority when you create avatars. That's because most business owners won't make the effort. As a result, you will have a huge competitive advantage. Instead of creating forgettable advertising that is generic and bland, you can create tailor-made messages that will attract your ideal customer. With an avatar, you'll be able to creatively use language that your target customer uses. You speak in the same tone, using the same words that they do, so they recognize it, okay, and know you're talking to them. It's not just generic. It addresses their buying objectives so that you're solving a problem. Why are they buying? What is it they're trying to solve? You want to design your offers that will. It allows you to design offers that will appeal to that particular avatar. All right, and it filters out people that you would rather not work with, and choose allows you to choose exactly the media that your avatar is most likely to look at and respond to. That's important. If you're selling to an older clientele, text messages probably don't work. If you're selling to a younger clientele, emails probably don't work. And phone calls probably don't work. It's important to know what it is. And can you have more than one avatar? Of course you can. I mean, your customers aren't all the same. We're not all generic customers that just come in. It's that simple. What is the result? The result is a huge increase in your conversion rate by attracting the right customers and by talking to them and solving their particular problems. And you will accomplish this without wasting a ton of money on advertising that simply doesn't work. So, what information goes into an avatar? Well, for each of your various avatars, you should give them a name. So you're humanizing them. Not just avatar one, avatar two. Give them a name. All right. A picture best represents the avatar. It doesn't have to be a picture of an actual customer. In fact, it probably shouldn't be, unless they give you permission. But somebody that looks like that represents them, is more accurate. Phrases and quotes that they might use. Yeah, get inside their head is what I'm after. What's their expertise and experience? What is their experience? What emotions do they have when they're buying from you? What are their values? What do they value most? That's what you're selling. All right, you're selling things that solve their problems that fits their values. It's pretty simple. What technology do they use? I gave you an example a minute ago. I kind of use a general rule of thumb. If they're over 50, definitely over 60, they're probably using to pick up the phone, call them, email maybe. If they're under 40, uh, text them. You know, if they're in between, do both. It depends on the person. Are there exceptions? Of course there are. Okay. But that's a general rule of thumb. I'm giving you an idea. What are their social and cultural environments? Where do they hang out? What's their who's their friends? Demographic, demographic, demographic information. I can say words. I really can. Age, sex, marital status. Basically, what you're doing is trying to list all the common traits of your ideal customers and roll all of those commonalities into one specific person. Give them a full identity with a name, age, occupation, family, etc. Now, you're going to have more than one, unless you just sell the one particular niche, in which case you don't really need this because you already know, but it doesn't hurt. Okay. And I doubt that, really do doubt that. So, having this level of specificity helps your customers feel that you really do understand them almost better than they understand themselves. This allows you to establish a very deep level of trust before they even come in to see you, really, if you've done your job right. That is the key to building a long term sustainable business, which you want. Remember, your most important customer is a returning customer. All right. Costs you almost nothing to bring them in. They know you, like you, and trust you, and they're the easiest to sell. Okay, now it's your turn. Answer the questions that I put before. And I'm going to give you an example of a short one we helped create for a restaurant. By the way, I think they ended up with 5 or 6. All right. This one they called Weight Watcher Wendy. She's a health conscious person who still wants to have a social life. She enjoys dinner gatherings with friends and families and looks for flavorful dishes with low calories. She may enjoy a cocktail too that are also low in calories. So once you write that up, now you know what to offer. I mean, you can have that. They also had one for the church crowd, and they ended up putting a Lent special together because that's what they wanted. So it's a Catholic area, pretty close, a Catholic church right down the street. Um, so it was perfect, and it actually did well, and I see they're still doing it. So think about that. It's very, very important for you. It will really help you increase your sales. I know that it takes a little bit of work. I'm not going to lie, a little bit of thinking, but it definitely saves you money on advertising because now you're targeting your advertising. You don't have the money. Very few of us have the money to just shotgun advertising. Just put it everywhere. So we build brands, which I don't like. All right. Yeah, you want to get customers. Let the big guys build brands. You solve some customers' problem, bring them in. All right. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Belisle saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. Have a great weekend and God bless and see you at church. Take care. Bye. Have a good one.